ಯಾಕೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರ್ತಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು? ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತೀಶ್?
Ma'am, I didn't observe, ma'am. It was around 45. ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. You told 3
ಅಲ್ಲ,
sessions ಅಂತ.
2 ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಸೇರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರ, ಬಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ಇಂದ ಸೇರಿ 45 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತು. So tomorrow we will see the two-phase method. Tomorrow also the important class. Please miss madakobedi, because tomorrow is the next method. Okay. After that, in the next week, coming week, we will see one degeneracy problem. Like when you have the ratio with the same values. Say now we are getting two different values, out of which we need to pick the minimum one. What if we have both the values in the ratio which are coming same? So in that case, it is nothing but the concept of degeneracy, what we call it as. So how to deal with that degeneracy, we will just discuss. Na problem solve madak hogala. I'll take one problem and I'll show you that there is a tie in the ratio, and which you need to take as the key row will be the next question. So if in that case, how you need to solve it will be the next question that we will see in the next coming week. Okay, so that is the last part, or I can say the last method in the LPP. So after that we will jump to the transportation in the next week, because I think we'll have to pick up actually, because we are slow, and July last week will be your exam anta kelpatte. I don't know, July last week and August first week. So we'll have to finish at least some 2 easy modules other than these 2. Okay, nodana what we can do anta. Coming to the problem, yes, we were here and we have picked the key column by observing which is the most negative. In this case, minus 10/3 m is the most negative, and accordingly you need to see which will be the key column, and we have marked the x3 as the key column. Now coming to the key row. So to find key row, you need to write the ratio. So 32/3 into this value, that is 10/3 divided by 10/3. So this will be into 3/10. Is it not? So this is 3.2, and 10/3 into 3/2. 3 and 3 get cancels. This is 5. So which is the minimum one? 3.2 is the minimum one. So this is the, yes, this is the key row.
Key value is 10/3.
Okay. Yes, this is the key value. Okay. Now comes the next part, that is the next table. Excuse me. Yeah. Again, you need to prepare that table. CB, CJ, oh, sorry. CJ, BV, X1, X2, X3, S1, S2, A1 and A2. If you write or if you don't write, it is okay, because again, if you see here in the previous table, A1 is the leaving variable and X3 is the entering variable. Okay. So here we need to write what are the basic variables. the coefficients here is 7, 15, 20, 0, 0, m and m. Solution ratio. So the basic variable for x3 is 20 and x2 is 15. This is 5, R5, row 5 and row 6. So comes the key value, where we have a key value in the first row, that is in the fifth row. Sorry, not first row, fifth row. So you need to divide each element by 10 by 3 in this fifth row. So I can write the fifth row very easily, 2 by 3 divided by 10 by 3. So it is 1 by 5. Then you have 0. So 0. 10 by 3 by 10 by 3, 1. Minus 1 by 10 by 3. So minus 3 by 10. Then you have 4 by 9 divided by 10 by 3, which is 2 by 15. Dash and dash. Last value 32 by 3 divided by 10 by 3 is 16 by 5. Come to the R6. Again, if you see the R6, old value minus corresponding key column value into what will be the next value we need to consider? R5.
R5, ma'am.
Is it not? Hoda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for the first calculation, which is the old value? 1 by 3 is the old value minus corresponding key column value, which will not change throughout the calculation. So it is the corresponding key column value, which is 2 by 3 into 1 by 5. So how much it will be? 1 by 5.
1 by 5. ma'am.
Yeah, 1 by 5. Similarly, second old value 1 minus corresponding key column value is 2 by 3 and 0, which is 1. Similarly, third value, old value is 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 into 1. So 0. Fourth one, old value is 0 minus 2 by 3 into minus 3 by 10. So how much it will be? 1 by 5. Fifth one, old value is minus 1 by 9 minus 2 by 3 into 2 by 15. So this will be minus 1 by 5. And this is dash, this is dash. Last solution one, old value is, how much is old value? Are you with me? Old value is
Yes, ma'am.
32
10
by
by
3. 32 by 3 or 10 by 3?
10 by 3, ma'am.
So 10 by 3 minus 2 by 3 into R5. How much is R5? 16 by 5.
6
So
by
how much
5.
is
ma'am.
this? 6 by 5. Yes. 6 by 5. Now calculate ZZ. So this into this plus this into this. How much it will be? 7.
4 plus 3, 7. ma'am.
15,
15, 20,
20, and minus 3, minus 1 by 3, dash dash 82. So Cj minus Zj. 7 minus 7, 0, 15 minus 15, 0, 20 minus 20, 0, 0 minus of minus 3 is plus 3,
3, 1
plus,
by 3.
sorry, dash and dash. Now tell me, should we need to continue with the next iteration or should we need to stop here?
Stop,
stop.
ma'am. It satisfies greater than or
Yes,
equal to.
because as this is minimization problem, Cj minus Zj is greater than or equal to 0, and what we are getting, all the values in the Cj minus Zj are either 0 or the positive values. So we need to stop here and write the conclusion. So how to write the conclusion here? We need to have x1, x2 and x3 because we have 3 decision variable and 1 objective. That is, this is nothing but is 82. We are getting only x2 and x3 here. So there is no question of x1. So x1 will be 0. X2 is 15. Sorry. Solution we need to write. Sorry. So 0. X2 is
6 by 5, ma'am.
16 by 5. Yeah. 16
Yes.
by 5. If you want, you can just take the z equation and substitute all this and see whether you're getting 82 or no. So that is 7x1 plus 15x2 plus 20x3. So 7, 0 plus 15, 6 by 5 plus 20, 16 by 5. Are you getting 82?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
clear.
whatever you have done is correct. This is how you can check your answer. After your this lengthy process, if you don't have the satisfaction, then you can just whatever you have the variable, decision variable, simply you can just put those variables what you have got in the objective function and see whether you're getting z value same. Okay, what you have got in the last iteration. So this is how you need to check your problem. Okay, so this is about the big game method. Any doubts here?
No doubts,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
so optimization
Hmm.
problems, we have to use the same procedure, okay, but it will be less than or equal to.
Yes.
Then selecting key column and key row, we have to select the least value for everything, right? In
Yes,
this
yes,
method.
yes, yes.
Okay.
In both the method, this is the same. Okay, that is you need to pick the minimum one. In the
Exactly.
minimization, you need to see what is the most negative. In the maximization, you need to see what is the most positive value. Okay, other than that, coming to the variables, in the simplex, there is no question of greater than or equal to symbol. I'm talking about this in the problem. Okay, if it is given, then how you need to deal with that we will discuss tomorrow's class. Okay,
Okay,
then if it is greater than or equal to, by closing your eyes you need to understand that it is the artificial problem, that it comes under the big M, and you need to use the maximum coefficient, that is M, and the artificial variable, that is for the artificial variables a1, a2, a3, whatever you are getting in the constraints, the maximum coefficient M will be there, and it comes under the big M. That conclusion or that thing should come in your mind when you see the symbols. It is all the models of OR what we are studying so far. If it is less than or equal to, then it is simply, if they don't specify that you need to use the simplex or the big M, you need to just go on solving using the simplex. Everything
method.
is same. Yes, everything is same. In last class, we have studied the simplex with maximization combination. In today's class, we have learned the big M with minimization combination. Is that fine?
Okay, ma'am, fine.
Yeah. in the present case, instead of minimization, if it is a maximization problem, then you need to pick the most positive value to mark for the key column.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay, so this you need to keep in mind. Okay, I'll write it over here. For maximization, always remember, for maximization problem, you need to examine and pick the most positive value, and for the minimization, most negative value. This we see in Cj minus Zj values. Is that fine?
But for ratio, it remains the same. It's the most.
Yes. You need
Okay.
to pick the minimum for the ratio.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. If you
Ma'am-
have the same values in the ratio, that only I'm talking about. Say you're getting 6 and 10 by 3. If you're getting say 6 and 6, then will be the next question arise, which one will we need to take. Okay. So this type of problem comes under the concept of degeneracy. Now, what is this degeneracy and how to deal with such problems, we will see in the next week, not tomorrow. Okay.
But for tomorrow's class, ma'am, you'll be dealing with problems which have both greater than or equal to symbols, right?
Yes. We'll go back to the simplex, I can say. Okay. But
Okay.
little confusion version of simplex.
Okay, ma'am. Fine. No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
Right. So this is about today's class. I'll just somebody will ask, but okay, fine. See, in Cj minus Zj, as we are talking about this ratio, if we have say same, then it is nothing but the next concept. We call that as the degeneration. If you have in the minimization or in the maximization same value in the Cj minus Zj here, so in that case, what you need to do? So there is nothing like degeneration in this issue. What you can do here is, say if you are getting, I'm talking about, say Cj minus Zj values are say some 7 minus 3 and minus 3, like this you are getting. And if it is a problem, for example, okay, so in this case we know that we need to pick the most negative, but we are getting two same most negative values here. So in this case, what you can do is you can pick anything. You can pick either this or this. Okay. So most of the
Okay.
students go wrong, get confused, and they start applying the degeneration here, which is wrong. That we
Ma'am,
will
so you
discuss.
column, right, of your choice?
Yes. That is of your choice. You can pick this as the column or this as the column. Anything.
Ma'am,
Both are correct.
applicable for Cj minus Zj becomes like this.
Yes.
Okay. But on the
Similarly,
ratio, you have to apply
ratio
the.
degeneration.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. Similarly, if it is a maximization problem and say I have 8, 0, 0 and 8 somewhere like this. Okay. In this case, we know that we need to pick the most positive. So you can go pick this as the column, key column, or pick this as the key column. Both will be same. Like both are correct. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then fine. So this is about today's class, about the artificial variables, about the surplus variables, and about the maximum coefficient what we allot for the artificial variables, that is in terms of m, and how to solve the big M. Okay, and this big M is also called as the Charles method. Don't be panicked if the mention in the question is instead of big M, if it is Charles method. Charles is nothing but the big M only, invented by him only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so if your RHS constraints are negative, for example, like you have to multiply by a non-negative number, which is minus
Yes,
one.
minus
Make it-
1
Okay.
and
okay.
make it positive. This always should be positive. This side, B, what we call it as AX is equal to B. This is what this form is, right? So whatever B you get, that should be positive. If it is negative, then you need to multiply the entire constraint equation by minus 1.
Ma'am, so then the inequality will change, no? It will get reversed, right? Again?
Yes, it will get reversed.
Okay, ma'am. So based on
Okay.
that, we have to decide whether it is slack surplus variable.
Yes, based on that, again, you need to decide about whether it is a slack or the surplus variable.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Yeah. Fine then. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.